So there's a restlessness within me. I don't know what is going on, and I know that I'm not going to know unless I sit and feel it. And yet, why is that the thing that's the hardest thing to do? It's like I was writing about this today and how we, when emotions come up, when feelings come up, the first thing we want to do is run away. Literally. It's just like, get me out of here. And the irony is that the only thing that feelings want is for you to feel them. Literally. That's it. And when you do, they kind of go away. And if you don't, they stick around, and then those feelings kind of create bad thoughts, and then these bad thoughts create blockages and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, for absolutely no reason at all, I just decided I want to put my makeup on, which is ridiculous because I'm not going anywhere. But I don't know, sometimes for me putting makeup on is comforting when I'm feeling insecure or unsure. And you know what's funny is that this stuff here, tiny little packet, is called concealer. And not that there's any women that watch my channel, I don't think, but basically concealer is something that probably is part of every woman's makeup box, and for some reason has never been in mine before. I'm a little, not lazy, but yeah, I definitely don't spend more than 5-10 minutes normally just whacking it on. Anyway, this stuff conceals that stuff that you have under your eyes. And anyway, I was just getting some makeup for my Patreon trailer because I didn't want to invest in a makeup artist because I knew there would be like very little time behind camera, and it's the authenticity challenge. It's not about being like perfect, obviously, but my insecurity came up, which was, I don't know, just under my eyes, whatever. And anyway, I just thought of the irony that, this is called concealer, I don't even know if you're like getting me on that, but it's just, the authenticity challenge. And I'm getting out the concealer. Oh, isn't it ironic? Okay, where's the other bit? I don't know, it's not here. Oh, here it is. Then we lay our foundation on. The foundation of every woman is concealing her real face, so that no boy can get terrified and scared and go, lady doesn't have her makeup on. Anyway, I'm literally just doing this for some kind of weird comfort. I think there's some kind of ritual about putting makeup on, that it's the only time that you spend kind of with your face every day. And one of my favorite teachers, Louise Hay, she before she died anyway, but her work lives on, is that she teaches, she would look in the mirror and basically say, I love you. And even though I love her and I adore her, out of that work, I wrote a stand-up comedy which I performed, which was me taking the piss in a way out of not so much the self-help industry, but out of all the self-help that I did, on my journey. And the joke in my stand-up comedy is like, and then I did this, and then I did this, and then I did that, and that didn't work, and that didn't work, and that didn't work. Anyway, you can watch it. It's on YouTube. Lol. Yeah, but I do find it comforting. I don't know why. It's like my time with myself or something. And yeah. So I'm really happy with the trailer for Patreon, and I'm waiting to share it. And my job tonight was to do some more work on setting up the Patreon channel. It's it's been a work in progress. There's been a lot of decisions to make. You'd be surprised, you know, like everything in life. You're like, yeah, I'll just put that up in one day, and then it ends up being something that ends up taking a few weeks. But the real block that's going on is not the admin. Like, in reality, I could honestly probably get someone else to do it if I wanted to. I have some cool people who are around me, supporting me and wanting me to do well. And the only block in my way is me, because what's happening at the moment is that I'm just, number one, I'm putting so much pressure on myself. It's as if what I have created with Patreon, what I've created with the Authenticity Challenge, it's like I'm suddenly thinking like everything on Patreon's got to be like 6,000 times more amazing. And to be honest, I do have like some really out there ideas, and you know, this thing has the potential to be explosive. Like, this is like an uncensored version of the Authenticity channel here on YouTube. You know, it's a little bit like what I used to do on Authenticity Challenge before we got shut down, and way fucking more. It's like, I want to take it to a level where I have never been before. I want ultimate freedom. And David Bowie says this amazing thing. He's like, don't play to the gallery. And it's so fucking true. As an artist, like, you're fucked. You are really, really fucked if you start giving people what they say they want. Because actually, you know, and I know that for most of you, you don't even know me as an artist. You just think like I'm a vlogger. But with whatever I create, and this conversation to me is, you know, is a very intimate, personal thing. One of the most intimate, personal things I've ever done. I've done an art exhibition where I got up a ladder naked in front of a room full of some people who I knew and some people were strangers. And that is some risky motherfucking shit as an artist, to put yourself out there and talk about vulnerability and shame in front of a room full of people in a country that is predominantly Catholic. Man, I love rocking the status quo. Anyway. So yeah, there have been some things that are a little bit out there, but this, in a way, has been essentially more intimate because we've been developing this friendship for a long time. Like, you know, for the people that were here at the beginning, this thing has been going on for like, I don't know, 2 years or more. I mean, there have been gaps in between. We came down on YouTube, we came down on VidMe, etc. But I don't know. Right now, I'm in some kind of weird hell. Like, my comfort zone is just being pushed because, I don't know, I want to take this challenge to the nth limit, but for some reason I'm blocking myself. Like, I don't know what is going on. And I'm feeling really frustrated because I have all this stuff inside me that I want to express and talk about, etc., and it's not flowing. And then today I was like, oh my God, it's not flowing. And then I was like, well, bring it to the challenge. This is the challenge. The challenge is to, you know, express whatever it is I'm going through, and just, you know, to be authentic about what's going on, not to be like, you know, I didn't bring the rest of my makeup. Not to, I'm going to play with this instead. I just need something to play with. I'm not really doing anything for any particular reason. I could literally just draw all over my face. But this is, oh, there's still something. We used this pen on the Patreon trailer to draw all over my body. And on the shoot at the end, because we had drawn on my body in so many different ways, it was starting to run out. And I was like, wow, that was brand new, but it looks like it's come back to life now. It obviously was just tired and needed a rest. This is fun. This is quite a good pen, actually. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of exhausted, and I'm wearing myself out, and I'm doing too many different things, and I don't know why I have to put so much pressure on myself. So, you know, I've come back at the end of the day and I just decide to put on some piece of crap on Amazon just to switch off, and then I feel guilty because I'm not working, because I'm not creating. And yet, you know, in order to just not let the day go past with me thinking that I haven't achieved anything, I write a list, you know, of what I've achieved today. And it's like, it's that long, you know, it's like a lot of shit happened. And yet, because I am such a bitch to myself, like, that's still not good enough, you know? Oh, mate. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So, I'm raising the game on Patreon. That's what's going on. Like, I'm raising the heat for myself. No one's asking me to. I'm doing it for myself because I want to. I need to. Like, I like to live on the edge, you know, when it comes to the status quo and etc. Like, that's where I come alive. Like, I want to, you know, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. That's where I come alive. It's like, you know, if I'm not on the edge, then I'm not excited somehow. But sometimes that edge is a really dangerous place for me because, you know, I only have to cross the tightrope and I'm like, I don't know, and then I can be exhausted and emotional, and I don't know. I don't really know how normal people live, but what's normal? Is normal coming home and watching this, or is normal making this? I mean, does it matter? Like, did God say, like, come to earth and there's this rule book and this is what you got to do? I definitely don't think he was like, hey guys, come and have a really average life on this thing called earth, and just go to your job and come home, watch TV, and then, you know, go and get up and do it again. And on the weekend, you can allow yourself to have a few beers, get a bit drunk, and watch some football. Like, if that was it, like, why would he bother going to the effort to, like, make a rose or something? If you really sit and stare at a rose for a while, you're just like, fuck. You know? So, I don't know. So, this is what's going on, is I'm pushing myself outside of my comfort zone and I'm fucking myself up, and I don't know what's going on. I've made some content and, you know, it's like, I don't know what's going on. It's like I do something vulnerable and I get really close and I get intimate and I'm like sharing all I've got, and then literally the next day I'm like, okay, I want to just hide and I want to retreat and I want to never expose myself again. And I don't know. I don't know what the block is, and yet I know that if I would sit here and just feel it, I will uncover it. And I don't know why that human thing is like to avoid that. We know that that's what we need. Just sit and fucking feel whatever it is. It's nothing to be afraid. Just feel all that human emotion and just let it just do its thing. You know, and then it won't bug us anymore. And yet when it comes up, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna just basically do everything else, but just sit with it. And yeah, so I know I just need to sit with it. Because I really, really want to turn the heat up on Patreon. Like, I really want that to be a really fun place for me. I don't care about you. I'm kidding. But I mean, you know, like, it's got to be a fun place for me because I'm the one that's got to show up. And yeah, it's got to be somewhere on exciting and, you know, fun and creative. But when it teeters on the I don't know if this is fun thing, then it's like I'm really messed up. And you probably don't know what the big deal is, but I really have a lot of stuff lined up that I wanna explore. So just needing to know that I'm safe, which is why we're setting up Patreon, because I need a safe place to start this discovery. And this video's gone on really, really long. Anyway. This is the job, right? This is the point. And there, on the one hand, I'm like really productive right now. I am like fast. I am like speed. I am like lightning. You know, today I was, creating a flyer. You know, I've been writing something for my book, and then something to help people with depression, and then I don't know, this and then that, you know, like a lot going on, and I'm achieving a lot creatively, and yet it's like it's never enough. Like, yeah, and it's tough. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. It's the weirdest feeling in the world, and I don't even know if it's a feeling. It's just, I think underneath it all, I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid. Anyway, I'll get there.